Live from Julian's basement, it's Podcadzo. You give us an hour, and we'll give you the world. The world consisting primarily of YouTube references and Steely Dan trivia.
I just love that podcast.
It's podcadzo.
Oh, here we go. Locked in.
It does feel really good to have sunglasses on.
I like that I can't see what your eyes are thinking.
Welcome back to Podcadzo, the official companion podcast for the well-known indie rock band with dudes who wear backwards hats and sunglasses indoors.
We're so indie that we wear sunglasses
Cadzo.
inside. Yeah.
As always, I'm Colin, joined by my co-host, Julian. I'm wearing a Enya BA leather t-shirt for Ara.
I would like my new nickname to be the Stork.
Julian, the Stork.
Thank you.
Leonard.
You're Leonard.
Your dog's really on one today. I'm
That's
Leonard.
not
I'm
my
Leonard.
dog.
You're cute.
Yeah. That's a different dog.
So, folks,
They're on one.
This will be a perhaps a quicker episode today and a very focused
Yeah,
episode.
it's Colin's fault.
My fault.
Who let the dogs in?
Or is it Julian's fault for not being able to lock into a click track right away?
You motherfucker.
Just joking. You did wonderfully. That was a low shot.
Nah, it was definitely.
I
had to force that second to last take. I was literally just like, okay, no more fucking around. Like
It literally took you 2 takes to like lock in.
Nah, it took a lot more than 2 takes.
You were
Nah.
on it.
Nah.
For the listener, we were tracking some drums for new Cadzo tunes. So
Put
be
the air
excited
horns
for
in.
that. Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely going to listen this far into the podcast when I'm editing.
God, you're so lazy. Can we please do some internet shorts that I'm a part of? I'm starting to actually get jealous now.
Are you?
They perform so much better than anything else that I'm a part of.
Well, okay, so we actually really need to rethink the advertisement strategy for Podcadzo shorts because they're very good, but for whatever reason, they just do not get good engagement.
We're in a saturated market. Everybody's putting out
doing
shorts
shorts
constantly.
like this.
Yeah.
I know.
And when I see them, I hate them. When I see someone else put out a short that's like this, I'm like, fuck you.
Well, that's why I try to just pick out the least like podcasty shit to make clips of, like just the dumbest stuff which is why it doesn't
ultimately
do well.
just 2 white dudes with
Two
mics in
dudes
front
with
of us.
microphones. I know. So I think everyone's just tired of that. So we will need to start making some wackier, funnier. We need to think outside of the box when it comes to promoting podcasts.
You need to start doing some kinky shit.
And I would love to include you in shorts, but I literally make those like I just
if I make
have it.
my own and send it to you, will you post it?
Absolutely.
If
You
it's
can
good?
post. You said you would start posting shit yourself.
I know, but I'm just not. I hate it.
Yeah, I hate it
social
too.
media.
I just
know you
forced
do.
myself to do it.
I offered to do it because you hate it so much.
I know, and then it was an empty offer.
It was. I mean, yeah, no, it was pretty much fully empty. But you're good at you do all the preparation of all the things.
I'm gonna zip up my hoodie all the way because I feel more comfortable.
You don't share the goods.
Well, yeah, we can definitely. It's just
Are you
like,
cold?
No, I just like having it zipped up all the way.
Okay.
I like having my neck covered
Yeah.
like this.
Your neck's good.
I have a nice neck. Thank you.
Yeah,
I know.
that's normal. It's a normal neck.
That's a nice neck.
It's above
It's
average.
vascular?
Yeah, it's above average.
Long.
Very long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thin.
Do you-
As slender as you like.
Yeah. Do you think that if you had like your normal, like your same body, but your neck was like way shorter, do you think that would like adjust for the height complex that you feel?
No.
Okay. They're just checking.
I
Because
don't
I could
think-
remove
my
a
neck
couple inches out of your neck.
That probably would be surgically possible.
Oh, definitely.
You just
Yeah, chop it
as long
off.
as you can support a decapitated head for,
a couple minutes.
couple minutes.
That's all you need.
I imagine we're there.
Yeah. I think that that's doable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can survive like with the heart outside of you for a second,
Yeah.
You can surely have the head detached. Anyways, really focused episode today. We're talking Viagra Boys.
Is that what we're talking today?
I think so. That's
Woo!
what we I do remember from last week. We promised the listener that we'd do a Viagra Boys recap because we talked about the fact. That's when I found out you were going to the Viagra Boys concert.
Yeah.
Is when we were recording last
on
week.
the pod.
So
I can't believe that somehow didn't get brought up organically beforehand.
I know. Can't believe you didn't tell me.
Well, I didn't know you were going, but I should have assumed you were.
Oh yeah, I guess that was the first time I told you, huh?
Mm-hmm. I should have just assumed you were going.
So Julian and I both saw Viagra Boys perform at the Mission Ballroom in Denver, Colorado.
Denver!
It was on Tuesday.
Where, is that Rhino?
October 28th. That's Rhino, the River
Rhino!
North Arts District. Globe Hall is like right on the edge of Rhino. That's like
Mission.
almost. I'm sorry. What did I say?
Globe Hall.
Mission is right on the edge. I was going to say it's almost in the globe world area
They should
of
have
Denver.
called it Nocturnal Emissions Ball Sack Room.
That is a much better name. Wow. You're so good at names. It's crazy. Anyways, we saw them at the venue that should be called Nocturnal Emissions Ballsack Room.
It's a sick place, you know?
Yeah, shouts out Mission Ballroom. That is a great venue.
It is awesome.
State of the art, indeed.
They'll overserve you and not think twice about it.
Yeah, well, because there's like a billion different bars you could go. You can hit a different bar every single time.
Oh man, I never thought about that. I always go to the same one.
Mm-hmm.
I always go just back to the same one for some reason. It's like my home base.
I've never gotten trashed at Mission Ballroom.
Me neither.
I got trashed at most other venues.
I've
but
never
not
gotten
Mission
trashed
Ballroom.
at Mission either.
Yeah. I really haven't seen that many shows, surprisingly, at Mission. Like, a decent amount. Like, probably around 10. Maybe under 10.
Wow, shit. Yeah, that's not
Not
many.
that many.
I've seen
I
a
live
lot of
pretty
shows
close to-
there.
I should go to more shows there.
It's a great venue.
It is. And they, most of the time I see an act coming through Denver that I want to see. It's at Mission, too.
Yeah, I
They're
think
both
artists
very
are
good
starting to
artists,
realize
yeah.
that it's like a pretty solid place to play.
Definitely. Denver's stacked with good venues. We're lucky. We're very lucky.
I wouldn't say stacked.
I'd say stacked. I think it punches above. I think proportionally
We're
it has
stacked
more
with a lot of
venues.
like cool, like vibey, interesting venues, but I wouldn't say we're saturated with like really nice, like state of the art venues.
Well, there's Red Rocks, which is literally world famous.
yeah, but that's
Mission.
in Morrison,
Yeah,
not
but
Denver.
I,
And also, it's an
splitting
amphitheater
hairs. Yeah, it's a venue.
formed by God.
It's a venue.
We can't. Yeah,
True.
sure.
God did make that one. The venue that God made. Mission, and then you have your Ogden's, your Gothics,
Ogden's great.
your
Gothic's
Bluebird.
great. Bluebird's okay.
Bluebird's pretty good.
Bluebird's okay.
And then what am I missing with theaters?
That's it.
No, there's more theaters. Fillmore,
I
Auditorium.
mean, the Fillmore's like okay.
Yeah, Fillmore's.
I wouldn't
interesting
say
to
it's
go
like
to.
fantastic. I really like Summit Music Hall.
Summit
place is
Music Hall.
awesome.
Yep, Summit Music Hall. And then you got your Fiddler's Green.
Yeah, shit. I guess okay. So Fiddler's, from what I remembered, like going to shows there as a kid, Fiddler's kind of sucked. But when we saw Queens there, it was like
Yeah, that's what I was
incredibly good.
actually. So Julian's dad was at the show. Shout out Sam, who we will have on the podcast potentially next week. Sam was there, and we were talking about Viagra Boys, and I was like, "Oh yeah, the only time I saw Viagra Boys was when they opened for Queens at Fiddler's Green." And he's like, "Oh, Fiddler's Green, I'm not a fan of the venue." I was like, "I didn't think I was either, but last time I was there was for Queens. I haven't been to a show there since. It's like it was a lot better than I remembered."
pleasant surprise.
So all I'm saying with the Denver venues is, and then you have Coors puts on shows,
Yeah, but
Ballerina.
I wouldn't call those places
Mile High.
venues.
Yeah, they're not venues. But all I'm saying is, if you hear there's a big act coming through, you're like, oh man, there's like 10 different venues they could potentially be at, and that's pretty cool for Denver, which is a big city, obviously, but not that big of a city.
That's why we get so many. I think that's why we're like a hub for a lot of tours and stuff. It's because there's good middle-sized venues for your smaller bands. There's good big venues for your big bands.
Yeah.
And then, like, if you're huge, like, Paul McCartney or whatever playing Coors Field, then, like, you still can do that. It's not great. Like, I don't know. I'm sure it sounded fine. I like the Paul McCartney show, but it's not, like, a venue first by any means. It's a baseball
Yeah, I've
place.
never seen a show at Coors. I really wish I went to Paul McCartney.
Yeah, me
that's
too.
so cool.
I was supposed to go.
I
I already
know.
said
You,
this.
yeah, you mentioned that last week.
I'm
We couldn't get work off.
sorry.
We reached the point in our podcasting careers where we just repeat the same shit every week.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we're not doing that, we just name the names of venues. It means nothing to anybody.
Unless you live in Denver, then you must be getting pretty excited right now.
Yeah.
You're like,
Shit. I know that one.
Yeah, they're talking
I've
about
been to
where
that
I
one.
live.
I've heard of that one.
You know, like when you see a TV show and they're filming like where you live and you're like, oh, damn. Or even like a YouTube series.
They've never filmed any TV shows in Colorado, so I don't know what that's like.
They just did Love is Blind in Denver.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I must
Yeah,
be
no,
mistaken.
wait, they did do Love is Blind. Someone we went to high school with was on it.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm. I forget her name, but
Wait, but we went to the same high school.
that's why I said someone we went to high school
Oh, I
with.
thought you said
was on
someone
it.
you went to high school
No,
with.
I said we.
Who? Why don't I recognize her? Why don't I know her? I watched
I think
Love
she
is
was a
Blind.
year younger than us. She was in
the Denver season?
Yeah, the Denver season. I didn't know her in high school, but I met someone after high school who's like friends with her and then knew her that way.
Who? I just
We don't
watched-
need to get into all this.
I just watched most of that season.
I'm forgetting her first name. I apologize, but her last name is Yuan. Asian, Korean.
I was waiting for
girl.
you to say Asian. I didn't want to say it for some reason. She's Asian.
She's Asian.
Okay.
She's Korean. I think she.
Did she
I
not make
didn't
it
watch
very long?
I don't think she made it very long.
Okay.
But I heard through the grapevine that she dropped out early.
Damn.
What's up with mine? Cough. Water break. Thanks for filling the air while I'm
Deep throwing too many fat peens.
How dare you say that? Now I have to remember to edit that out.
You're not
Because
gonna.
what you said was just hurtful
You're not
and
gonna.
embarrassing.
You never edit
Not that
shit
there's
out
anything wrong with doing that.
with sucking a fat peen.
Yes. Not
I
that
mean,
there's
other
anything-
than that it could hurt your throat.
Yeah. The
There's physical side effects.
physical hazards associated with it.
Yeah.
Anyways, Viagra boys.
Yes. Take us through the night, Colin.
So Julian said he was going to get there at 7:30. I got there at 7:39.
It wasn't my fault.
And I was like, oh, shoot, we're going to get there at 7:39. I hope Julian's not waiting for me. I park. As soon as I park, I text him. I say, hey, I'm walking in the venue now. I just parked. And he said, oh, dude, I'm still 20 minutes away or whatever.
15 minutes.
So my wife was with me, Julia, who's also a Viagra Boys fan.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, she really digs Viagra Boys.
Yeah, no, it seemed like she was having fun.
Yeah,
I wasn't looking at your wife.
good.
Yeah.
Keep your. So yeah, we got on the venue. It was packed. I don't know if it was sold out, but it was close to sold out for sure. And a lot of dirty punk rock people were there, which I don't like myself.
You don't like them?
I don't know.
Oh. But you had to have expected that.
Yeah, I'm like here's my thing. I'm an uptight corporate guy who was cursed with
Bro, you're a
good taste
freelancing
in
loser.
music.
You own your own
Fuck you.
business.
Yeah, I'm no longer a corporate guy. No, I'm just joking. I very much love punk rock losers, as they would be referred to by the Viagra Boys. Those are my people. You know that. I fit right in. I got right in there. I said, hey, man, nice vest. I have one of those, too. I like your patches. What's that one?
I love Judas Priest.
I
bro.
love Judas Priest. Their early stuff.
Oh, man.
Fucking British Steel or whatever. Good
The
album.
art of the deal.
The art of British Steel and the art of the deal. So, got in, was going to go straight to the merch booth, but the line was crazy long. And I was like, I already have some Viagra Boys merch. I have a couple of albums. I don't really need to spend money on that tonight. So we go in. Julia gets the vodka Red Bull. I get a sugar-free Red Bull. Which I told you yesterday had impacts on the show because
Yeah, you were
right before the
tweaking.
show, I had a shot of espresso because I was feeling tired after dinner. I was like, I need to be on my game for Viagra Boys. So I had the shot of espresso, and then Julia was getting a vodka Red Bull. I wasn't drinking that night, so but I didn't want to be left out, so I got a sugar-free Red Bull, and I just slammed it and immediately buzzing my tits off.
You were tweaking.
Yeah, I was like, just buzzing, vibrating. So we go into the pit. We're standing house right, kind of by the bar, like I told you. Sang
By the
there for a
bar.
couple minutes, and then the opener was the Black Lips, which not to be hateful on podcadzo.
They sucked.
A notoriously positive and upbeat podcast.
Black
but
Lips,
Black
more
Lips-
like black bad music band.
Nice, hell yeah!
Not
another
because
good,
they're
another
black.
good name from the good name guy
I want to take that one back.
from the Stork.
From the stork.
stork.
From the
Hit
lips
him
of the
up again.
stork. Most storks deliver babies. I deliver hot takes.
That's going to be our first real sound effect for the soundboard. It's gonna be,
Stork
the
sound.
stork with the hot take.
Storks make weird sounds. They're more like bloop, bloop,
Where do storks live?
everywhere.
We have storks here.
They migrate. I think they.
I don't know if I've ever seen a stork.
I think they pass through here when they're
Pass
migrating.
through?
Yeah,
Okay.
they don't like live here though.
Yeah, Black Lips, not a great set, not a great band.
No, I hated it.
Yeah,
I looked at my dad at one point because I know that he likes them, and I thought he might be not enjoying it because of how bad it was.
mm-hmm.
But I looked at him, and I think that the look he gave me back was that he approved of it. So I was like, oh well, I guess someone out that there had to have been people out there that liked
if
it.
your dad's on the pod next week, we'll have to
Ask
him
what he
this.
thought about it.
Yeah, I had heard the name Black Lips before. I didn't really know much about them. Was surprised to find that they formed in 1999, so they've been around for a minute. They put out their first album in 2007.
They
I think
formed
why
in
they have-
'99 and didn't put out their first album until 2007.
Yeah,
And it still
I'm sure
sounded
that
like
EP
that?
Yeah, that's how fully formed they got in 8 years.
Jesus.
Or how not fully formed, I should say. Yeah, it's just like bad music without, like what I was saying earlier, we listened to Bad Lips song before we tracked some drums just to double check to confirm that they weren't good.
That we didn't like it.
And yeah, their hottest track is called Bad Kids, and that's like acoustic folk punk, you could say, that specific song. And a lot of acoustic folk punk is bad, but it's bad in a way that has like character
Charm.
and charm, like Andrew Jackson Jihad, AJJ.
They're not bad.
They're great, and that's like a classic album, that AJJ album. But
Knife Man. Love Knife Man.
I'm thinking of People Who Eat People Are the Lucky People.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Knife Man's not the one that, but Knife Man's a great record though.
I don't know if I've really
You
listened
should
to
check out Knife Man.
I'll check it
It's
out.
really good.
Yeah, no hate against AJJ. I'm saying like for the untrained, uncultured ear, if you listen to a lot of AJJ, you're
it's
like,
all the
man,
same.
this is noisy and fucking weird, and
It's like
he's
AJJ,
not
but
singing.
worse.
Yeah, so but the thing about AJJ is it's unique and it has a lot of character and it is cool music, and yeah, Black Lips just kind of lacked that.
For sure. They definitely tried to have energy and charisma on stage. They tried really hard to put on a show, but the music just wasn't doing it for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, so but everyone else was either enjoying it or at least pretending to enjoy it because they thought that was a band you were supposed to like because Viagra Boys has them opening for them. So after that set,
Got that bullshit out the way.
you and I are texting during that whole set too, and I'm like, "Where you at?" You guys went up
Where you
to-
at, baby?
to the seats. You found seats.
I was
and we
going to
were
come down
in the
to
pit.
you right away, but then I decided, I'm going to wait till after Black Lips is over, and then I'll come down to you.
But it all worked out because after Black Lips, Julia, like the pit was just very claustrophobic, and there was, like I was saying, a lot of large people there blocking Julia's view, and she was getting a little bit anxious too about the moshing that might occur. So it's like, well, let's just go up and find Julian. So we go up, find you, sit next to each other, and you had a great little spot up there. I was stoked that
It was
went
nice
up.
because when I texted you during the Black Lips set, I was like, I don't know if there's going to be room, honestly. But then as soon as their set ended, everyone just kind of like left.
Yeah, I had
Oh,
a feel.
shit.
I was hoping it might clear out. So yeah, it was great. And I was saying to you earlier too that if I went there alone, I definitely would have wanted to be in the pit and would have moshed and stuff. But as soon as we got up there, I'm like, oh, I'm very glad we're not down there for Julia's sake and my sake. It's nice to have your own little area and you can watch the show and enjoy it.
It sounds really good up there, too.
It does. It sounded good. So they play during the set break, play a lot of house music, like, actual house music. And that was good. we were bumping along to that. You got a vodka Sprite during the intermission?
I got a single vodka Sprite.
Nice. Your father
dad
had
got a Coke.
A Coke. Cool. We just sat in our seats. Julie was still nursing her vodka Red Bull.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely didn't need anything else.
I got really stoned.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Were you hitting the
I had like a weed
The
pen,
Benjamin?
and I was just getting because you have to hit it like a bunch of times in order for it to like actually start hitting good.
Mm-hmm.
So by like hit 5, you're like already like kind of stoned, and then that's when it starts actually hitting, and then you're like, "Fuck."
I was totally sober for the show last night.
I know, which is crazy. Like of all the shows to be totally sober
I know,
for, why
I know.
Viagra Boys?
Yeah. But
I
I
wanted to soak it in.
Yeah. Well, and also I'm just, doing a little sobriety break right now too.
Well, yeah, but you weren't sure if that included weed or not. At least yesterday. No,
Yeah.
you weren't sure.
True. But yeah, I was just in the mood to, be present, Julian. Be fully there. Be myself.
Mm-hmm.
Not have the veil of drugs masking my experience.
Yeah.
Like some people need to.
Yeah. No, I need to have the veil all the time.
Yeah. So, and then Viagra Boys take the stage. Let's pull up the set list real quick as supporting documentation. We're going to go Viagra Boys, Mission, Ballroom, set list. Set list FM. All right. So they open up with Man Made of Meat, which was a banger opener. I think of the singles, Man Made of Meat, the singles from the last album, Man Made of Meat was my favorite single. Do you agree?
I think I like Bog Body more.
Bog Body?
I think, I might even like Uno 2 more,
Uno 2
to
more?
be honest.
Ooh, so Man Made of Meat is your least favorite?
It might be.
Okay.
It's still a great fucking song
Yeah.
and a perfect set opener. Like, absolutely ridiculous for opening a set.
For a while, Uno 2 was my least favorite single, but last night it was one of my favorite performances.
It's a great song.
Yeah, it is a great song. Super cool. Before we get real into the set list, first, is there anything before the show I kind of took that over? Is there anything you wanted to mention? that
Oh,
happened before
no,
the show?
not at
Okay.
all. Pretty much, yeah, just we got there and we met up.
And so was it your dad's idea to come to the show to buy tickets, or did you want to get tickets?
Well, so we were at a different show a while ago at Mission, and the tour poster or whatever just like came up on the thingy, like the digital art thingy outside. And I saw it and I was like, "Oh, Viagra Boys are going to be here." And my dad was like, "Oh, you want to go to that?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course I want to go to that." And he was like, "I do too." And I was like, "Really?" So I didn't know that, like, I think that I knew he kind of liked them. I didn't know he wanted to like necessarily see them live.
Mm-hmm.
He'd never seen them live before. I, as you might know, didn't really care for Viagra Boys that much. And then you showed me Cave World, and I thought it was pretty solid, but still wouldn't have necessarily wanted to like see it live. But then when they opened for Queens, I was like, oh yeah, like these guys fucking rule. Like they're a great live band. They're super fun to watch.
See, that's funny because when we saw them open for Queens of the Stone Age, like I was, they were one of my favorite bands by that point. And so I was stoked to see Viagra Boys. And I was like, you hadn't really listened to them before. And I remember asking you during the set, I was like, so what do you think? And I remember you said something like, they definitely have their thing. I was like, oh, he's probably not that into it. Because they do, like, a fair criticism of Viagra Boys is like, they can sound the same.
It's a
song
little
to
bit
song.
of a one-trick pony.
Yeah, one trick pony.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's not. They've set like, and a lot like bands that find a very singular, idiosyncratic sound that's all their own can fall into that sometimes.
Well, and I think that Cave World and Viagra Boys are both records that prove that they want to explore the
And that they're
extremes of
capable
it.
of doing
And
it.
yeah, they maintain their sound that they always have. Like they always sound like Viagra Boys, but they definitely are very explorative the last couple LPs, I would say.
but on like the big songs, like they're kind of formulaic.
A bit. But I mean, live it's still
Yeah,
super fun. Like
totally. Yeah, I'm a huge. They're probably my favorite band
wow,
right now.
holy shit,
that, like contemporary band.
crazy.
And but yeah, that's my me wearing my critics hat.
You like them more than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked them before. They were cool.
You liked them before I did, that's
more
for sure.
than you.
But yeah, so no, I think I just went in with the expectation of like it's just going to be a fun live show. I wasn't necessarily expecting to hear as much new shit as they played, so that was a very pleasant surprise because I wanted to hear mostly new shit. So thought it was a really good mix of old and new.
All right, so I'm just gonna rattle off the set list here. Man Made of Meat, Slow Learner, Waterboy, Punk Rock Loser, Uno 2, Therapy, which was a new song, second time they performed it, he said. Ain't No Thief, my personal favorite Viagra Boy song. Pyramid of Health, Troglodyte, probably my second favorite
I
Viagra
think
Boy
that's probably
song.
my favorite song.
You Need Me, Coldplay, ADD, Medicine for Horses, Sports, Research Chemicals, which Research Chemicals is crazy.
They went on for,
I wasn't
like, so
expecting
long.
them. Yeah, I have this EP because this was never like an album track.
Mm-hmm.
They did a Research Chemicals EP. And I was definitely not expecting it in the set. But yeah, it was like a good 10 minutes, would you say? Just jamming that.
At least 10, yeah.
So that was the closer, and then they came out for an encore where they did Return to Monkey, Worms, and Worms. And then this was the Upper We Belong was what they walked out to.
They were supposed to do Bog Body.
They were supposed to do Bog Body. So someone we were with, or you were with,
Mm-hmm.
got a set list somehow, and it had Bog Body on it.
with an asterisk next to it.
Mm.
So it was like the
So
cut
it's a-
song.
Okay.
But I wasn't sure if they cut it because Research Chemicals went on for so long,
Yeah.
or if they did that because everyone was so tired.
So Sebastian Murphy, the frontman, did say like he was having troubles with the altitude and stuff, and I think that was real. And Bog Body seems like a hard song to perform.
Yeah, because he's in that upper register. a
yeah,
lot.
the upper register. Uh-huh.
I think it's funny too because I just saw Elbow at at Summit like a couple weeks ago, as we've talked about, and I asked Guy when we met him. I was like, "How's singing through the altitude?" Because he's like, not to sound like a dick, but he's like a larger man,
Uh-huh.
and
A
he
bit older.
sings, a bit older. He sings like very intensely, like a lot of
Yeah, it's
a
real
lot of
singing.
very very intense singing. And he was like, it was completely fine. And like I couldn't tell, like it didn't seem like they were struggling at all.
Yeah.
So I think that's just the difference. Well, and I mean, Guy Garvey is also a cigarette smoker too, so that's not really that doesn't really explain it. But yeah, I think Sebastian Murphy just lived that hard life,
I made a comment to Julia before Viagra Boys took the stage. I don't know if you noticed, but Sebastian Murphy had 4 wedges around him, which is a pretty serious so wedges are what the musicians hear themselves through on stage, and I'm sure he has in-ears too. And it was funny that he had those wedges because I don't think he stood in that position a single time the whole night. He was just walking around the stage the
he
whole time.
was
Never
walking around
once
the whole
was
time.
he, or like, maybe for like 5-second intervals, he was actually in front of the wedges where he could hear himself. But I pointed that out to Julia. I was like, he's got 4 wedges. And she was like, yeah, because it really matters if he hits all the right notes. I'm like, it does. Like, yeah,
And he did.
He did. He sounded great live. He's like a mix between Tom Waits, Johnny Rotten, and someone else that I haven't thought of yet. But
he's like more. I mean, I don't know. When he sings melodically, he's really good at holding
he is, yeah.
pitches, but like more so than I would say like Tom Waits. Because even when Tom Waits is like singing melodic stuff, he's still kind of just like
Yeah.
all over the place.
But yeah, no, he's definitely an amazing singer with, no one else sings like him.
Yeah, he's like the perfect modern punk singer.
Totally. So, I forget where I was going with that. But yeah, anyways, that was just to mention about his vocals. Fucking.
I wasn't wondering if one of those wedges was like, because sometimes people will do like the teleprompter for lyrics that
Yeah.
looks like a wedge, but then there was a song when which one was it?
It was Pyramid of Health.
where
Yeah.
he fucked up the lyrics and had to start over.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, okay, so he's not using a prompter. Or at least he's not looking at
Yeah,
it.
I was not looking at it. Which earlier in the set, because I was like singing along with most of the songs, I was like, damn, these songs are very verbose.
There's a lot of lyrics.
lot of lyrics. So the fact that they only fucked up the lyrics once is impressive.
What? So do you know what? This is gonna sound like a stupid question, but do you know what that sign was, or like the Viagra Boys logo thing that was on the screen the whole time?
Uh-huh.
Because like it looked like it was just part of the screen, but then there were times throughout the set where they were shining spotlights on it, and it would still illuminate, and it was like backlighting too.
They had the Viagra Boys logo is the yin yang symbol, and it says VB in the yin and the yang, and there was a physical yin yang, like a metal
in front of
thing that they flew from the rafters.
Okay, because sometimes it would be like lighting up with the rest of the picture, but then other times it would be just like its own freestanding thing that would be like illuminated by other lights around it. Yeah. It was really cool.
It was a cool stage show for sure. Yeah, so they had a light that would sometimes be projecting the logo and other times be doing something else. And when they projected the logo, it was cool because they lined it up with the physical logo. So yeah, it was a cool, and it was like a very, like a small touring light package that they did a lot with, Like
I thought honestly the stage setup was more. It was like a bit more than I've seen lately from bands.
Oh, really?
Like
yeah,
between all of the cabs that they had on stage and the drum riser being like pretty tall and all of the lights underneath all the risers.
Yeah, they travel with a lot of risers. And a lot of cabs. Yeah, we were talking about that before, that like probably only 2 or 3 of those cabs actually have speakers in them. And then I noticed like the bass, behind the bass player, he had his bass cab and then he had 2 bass heads.
SVT heads.
Yeah, SVT heads. When the lights would go off, you could see that only one of them was turned on.
I figured that one of the heads was probably just like a backup or something.
Yeah, it could be backup or it could just be purely decorative.
Yeah, maybe,
just to
but
make
it's
it
weird
look more
to have
balanced.
like 2 heads.
Yeah,
it did look very balanced.
Yeah, and they did artwork on all the caps. Yeah, it was a really cool stage show.
And some of the paint on some of the cabs was like blacklight paint, so it would like shine. It would like illuminate with the stage lights, and other paint was just like regular paint. So like some designs would like pop through more.
Yeah.
It was really cool. It sounded like, I would say like 8 out of 10.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to get into, was the sound. It did for sure. Individually everything sounded good. My one critique was like there was just certain songs that I felt, and this sounds so douchey to say, but like they weren't mixed the way it should be. Like the mix, everything was there for it to be a good mix. It was just a matter of like balancing the levels a little bit more. Like, a lot of tracks the synth was too loud and you couldn't hear anything else, or like Ain't No Thief is my favorite Viagra Boys song, and I feel like that one is one of the best ones they do live from all the like performances I've seen and from videos I've seen. And it just, I felt like wasn't hitting quite as hard as it should have yesterday, just because like the guitar was a little bit too loud and you weren't getting that clubby
bass.
synth. Yeah, and bass. Yeah. Speaking of bass, man, their bass player is incredible.
Dude, he has such a good stage presence.
He's such a solid presence.
He's so cool. I spent probably most of the time, honestly, just watching him.
I was looking at him a ton too. And I love his playing so much too. And it's Tone City from the whole band.
Dude, the bass tone is insane. It was probably the highlight for me, was just how insanely good the bass tone was. And then also, we already talked about this in person earlier, but the guitar tone in Pyramid of Health, I was just like, holy shit, like some of the best live guitar tone I've heard.
Yeah.
Maybe ever.
And the band was just incredibly tight too. The whole night.
Oh yeah, no, they didn't miss any notes by any means. Like there was no fuck ups from the band other than Sebastian forgetting lyrics for like half a second.
Yeah, which he pulled off. He's
funny enough to pull it off.
Yeah, his banter and stage presence is unmatched. They're such a great live band.
Yeah, no, they were super solid. I definitely like them significantly more after each thing that they do, or after each experience that I have with them. After the first show, I was like, okay, I like these guys a lot now. And then after they put out Viagra Boys, I was like, okay, these guys are like fucking awesome. And then seeing them last night, I was like, yeah, no, they they are kind of like tongue-in-cheek, somewhat ironic sometimes, and like funny and goofy, but like all of their shit has like very serious meaning still. Like there's not a single song that's just like a goofy fuck around song, other than maybe Sports.
Yeah, true. No, I admire that so much about them that like can be comedic and ironic without totally losing the point. Like Troglodyte is a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
Where if you just listen on surface level, there's some funny lyrics in there. But like last night he said, when he introduced Troglodyte, he was like, I wrote this song about fascism, fuck fascism, free Palestine, fuck ICE. And Troglodyte's definitely an anthem for that. So yeah, it was a great show.
Yeah, solid show. And I will definitely try to see them again in the future.
Me too.
Unless their next album sucks, but
Oh, what'd you think of the new stuff, Therapy?
I thought it was cool. It sounded a lot more like older Viagra Boys.
Yeah.
But it also did give me Cave World vibes too.
Yeah, I got Cave World vibes from it.
I think Cave World is probably still my favorite record of theirs. But I think that like Pyramid of Health is probably one of my like favorite songs of this year. You know, like it's been in the rotation super heavy all year, and like the lyrical content on the record is like the most relatable for me, I would say so far. So yeah, they're great.
Did you see them on Daily Show where they performed Pyramid of Health?
I did, yeah.
That was cool. And your boy Jordan Klepper
was there.
Interviewed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny that you remember that so not fondly. It's just funny that you remember that so vividly.
What?
The Jordan Klepper story.
Oh yeah. I didn't tell him watch the Daily Show. I'm like, that's funny. Julian met him. What? Was it Wilco?
It was Jack White.
Oh, Jack White.
It was right. I want to say it was Lazaretto Jack White. It might have been Blunderbuss Jack White. Yeah.
I just saw someone posted a picture. They met Danny McBride at Red Rocks at a recent show.
That's funny.
It was actually a Sturgill Simpson.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Danny McBride.
You're a Righteous Gemstones guy, right? Yeah.
Big Righteous Gemstones guy.
I think you actually maybe turned me on to Righteous Gemstones.
Maybe. And Vice Principals. I love that show too.
You definitely turned me on to Vice Principals. And so you were like what I am to Viagra Boys, you are to Walton Goggins.
Oh, really?
Walton Goggins is now the biggest actor in the world, just like Viagra Boys is the biggest band in the world.
Yeah, but I think that a lot of people got to the Walton Goggins thing before I did.
Yeah, I guess by the time he was in Vice Principals, he was pretty well known.
Yeah. Well, and not even then, like, his whole, like, rebirth recently where he's, like, super popular again.
Well, yeah, that's what I
think Vice Principals was, like, a fair bit before his rebirthing.
That's what I mean. You were on the Walton Goggins train early with Vice Principals because you were a fan of him then, right? You liked Walton Goggins.
Oh, well, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's the biggest actor in the world. So I'm saying you have some indie cred when it comes to Walton Goggins, just like I have indie cred when it comes to Viagra Boys.
I thought you meant, like, I could take credit for his...
Oh, Ascent?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Same way that you can take credit for Viagra Boys. Yeah.
Certainly. I see why my analogy was confusing. Did you watch the White Lotus season with Walton Goggins? No. Have you seen any of the White Lotus?
No.
Dude, you have to.
I know.
I know everyone talks about it,
but
it is really good.
It's on a streamer that I don't have.
HBO. HBO. Just get a free trial. Binge it in a week.
Yeah, maybe I will. I'm bad with TV.
Yeah.
But I do want to watch it, though.
Were you, just while we're talking about Danny McBride, Eastbound and Down fan?
Yeah. It's weird because I think Eastbound and Down is most people's favorites show of his, and I think, personally, Righteous Gemstones is probably still my favorite.
Yeah.
And Eastbound and Down is funny, but it has a lot more of that just, like... No, I don't want to call it outdated humor because I'm not like a PC fucking baby. But just has some of that humor that like I don't find as funny as maybe I would have in the past.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just slightly more
very
sophomoric,
crude.
Very crude. Not to say that like Righteous Gemstones isn't crude because it's very, very crude. But it's more of like a modern crude.
I've maybe seen the Eastbound and Down pilot more than any other episode of TV that exists just because I've shown that show to so many people and just start with the pilot.
Is that your favorite one then?
My favorite Danny McBride. Yeah. Righteous Gemstones is up there, but Eastbound and Down.
It's
like
just
a
so
little bit more.
classic.
So classic, yeah. Well, we recapped the Viagra Boys. We talked about Danny McBride shows.
It's almost time for you to get out of here.
Yeah, I do have to bounce soon. How long have we been? I have no
Like
concept of
20
time
minutes?
right now. Yeah, it feels like we have just burned through this. Where's the fucking timer? Hey, no, we've done 40 minutes.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. Let's bring it to 45.
It's been a while since we've done something like this. So I wanted to take it back around for a second to the current state of music,
Okay.
if that's okay with you.
Indeed. I'm going to take my
Because-
sunglasses off too.
Oh, well, I'm going to put mine back on then.
Oh, well, for doing that.
Okay, well, I'm put them half on. Nice. I like that. That's a good look
Is that
for
cool?
you. Yeah. I've been seeing this a lot lately. It's just a trend on social media with bands that pisses me the fuck off. But
I think I know what you're going to say.
say it.
People asking what they want to hear. Their fans what they want to hear. Was that it?
Yeah, how did you know? I did
Because I've
put
also
something-
been noticing that.
Yeah.
And it bothered me. And then I noticed you posted your story to it. And I liked your story because I was like, amen, brother. That bothers me.
It's bullshit. I posted it on my
pandering.
story because I scribbled the band name out, but I left their profile picture because I was like, if someone wants to do enough work to
Yeah.
find out who this is, they can. But it was like a pretty popular-ish band. They've been around for a minute. And so, I've been seeing it on Instagram and whatever for a while, but it's usually bands that like no one knows about or like no one cares about. Just like Instagram bands who are like, what should we do for our next album? Or like, what should our band name be? Like literally people can't think of anything for themselves anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's a small scale like that, it's kind of just like, yeah, you would expect that, I guess. Like pathetic, not creative fucking losers who just want clout and they're like, what should we do? How do we get clout the fastest? But then I saw a band that's like I said, established, been around for a while, post something on Facebook that just said, what would you like to hear from our next album? Which, on the one hand, seems relatively harmless. Like, they just want to engage with their fans more. Or, like, they want to know what people want to hear from them, which is relatively harmless on the one regard. But on the other regard, I personally feel like if you're a band who has been around and has been established and done, like, the mainstream release thing for a while now, that like if you're asking your fans what you should sound like for your next record, you should probably just quit. Like you should probably just hang up the towel and be done with it. Like because that's just really like I think it's very sad and like very like dystopian for the future of art because I think what used to make people excited about art and music specifically was like not knowing what they were gonna get and like expecting to be surprised every time. Like if you think about like the Beatles discography, like the Beatles never like went on fucking Ed Norton or whatnot.
Yeah, they never polled the audience at man, you said Ed Norton, and now I'm not going to think of that late night.
I forget the dude's name, but they
Ed Sullivan.
Ed Sullivan. They never went on like Ed Sullivan and were like, oh, like what should the White Album sound like? Like people wanted to be surprised, and like a huge part of music releases and albums was like people being taken on a journey that they like couldn't predict or like couldn't plan for.
Well, and I feel like one of the most cliched things you hear from artists, like on advice for making music, is, and it's cliched because it's sound advice, is they say you have to do it for yourself, and like you have to make art to satisfy your own creative needs, and like as long as you're pursuing something that you think is good and that you're passionate about, it's going to turn out good. The last thing you want to do is try to make something
that you think
people want to hear. And that's what these bands are actually doing. They're saying, what do you want to hear? We'll make something for what you guys want.
Yeah, we'll make something that makes everybody happy at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is impossible and also not the point. The point of like releasing new stuff for I think anyone really should be like continuing to explore and like try new shit, not just make shit with the hopes that you're going to impress people with it. Because, yeah, that's like not the point, and also I would say largely impossible. Like, you might be able to make a couple people happy. Like, I think of bands that I really like where it's like, what would I want their next album to sound like? And it's like a really hard question to answer because I don't really want their next album to sound like any of their last records, but at the same time I want it to sound like all of them put together.
Yeah.
You know, like, you can't really answer that question.
If a band I like to ask me that, I'd be like, I don't fucking know. What do you guys want to do?
Like, literally, it's your job. It's
Yeah.
your fucking job to think of what you want to do.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing, like you were saying, that will be convincing to the listener is if you're doing something that you actually want to be doing.
And that's the only way it will be good, like, because otherwise you cannot be passionate about it.
Yeah. You can't just pretend, oh my God, like some Facebook commenter said they want us to be heavy, so now let's write some heavy shit, and it'll be like really genuinely heavy.
This
like,
might be too heavy, guys. Let me get back to that guy and see how heavy he wanted it. Yeah. It's bullshit. Everything every band does on social media, as we've covered before, is absolute garbage and cringy.
very sad.
Except for the
us.
short form content that I've been creating.
Specifically you. I don't even want to say us anymore, just you.
No, I'm very proud of our podcadzo clips. They just don't do well for whatever reason.
Well, it's like we don't make them like shiny and glimmery and super attention grabby like most people do. Like, the last one you made is like a commentary on it.
It is a
almost.
commentary.
Like how
I put a bunch of bell sounds and camera cuts in it.
yeah, chopped up and loud and
I'm glad
abrasive those videos have to be.
I'm glad my satire was apparent in that one.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was to me because I know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Some dude on the internet who's never seen you before that randomly has
they
that pop
fucking
up.
hate
They're
me
gonna
now.
be like, "Fuck
Yeah,
this
fuck this band."
motherfucker." So
Yeah.
it's gonna backfire in some regards. But again, I don't care. Like, I don't think that I just found a little thingy in my pocket.
Well,
I don't think it should matter.
I'm to the point too where I'm just kind of like genuinely fascinated by social media.
Mm-hmm.
For a while, I did like let it get me down if like we weren't doing well on social media and all this stuff, and like, why is no one liking our posts? But now I'm just like, I feel detached from it enough, and I feel confident enough about the band otherwise, because I think that was part of it too early on. It's like we don't have that much music out, we don't have that many Spotify listeners. Like, what is the band? The band is like what other people think it is, and what other people think it is like how it does on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And we're not doing well on Instagram, so what is the band? But now, like, I feel confident enough with the music we put out and all this other stuff where all that other shit's just kind of silly. So I am just gonna start treating it like kind of a social experiment. If you're okay with that, I think we both should start treating it like a social experiment and just start posting more frequently, putting out absolute garbage content like everyone else does.
But that's the thing is most people try when they post their garbage content.
Yeah.
And that's what pisses me off is I can see how hard they're trying, and that makes it like 10 times cringier.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, I found this band on Instagram. I think they're called Father of Peace. And I found them because they popped up on my reels randomly, but like a bunch of people that I know on Instagram at least follow them too, because I think they're just like super attention grabbing and quick videos. But it's like I can see how hard they're trying, and I can also see how primary, like the effort that they put into the videos and the shorts is what comes first, and then like everything else comes second. You know, like their presentation on social media is what comes first. Their songs, you know, aren't the worst things I've ever heard, but like the song always comes behind the video and the constant posting and
videos
shoving.
You saw on TikTok like performances, like musical performances, or they're little like sketches,
overdubs, like them just
miming along.
They all have their instruments and they're like on the beach and they're just miming along to their own songs, but it's always like the same segments of the same songs.
See, when I don't want to do anything like that will just make
no. Because that's the other thing about it. Sorry to cut you off again, but like those song segments, it feels like they were writing that song segment to be like, okay, this song segment is like 20 seconds long. If we do like a catchy video with it, it'll be like perfect to grab people's attention. They're not like writing these songs as songs. They're like trying to write them as like blurbs to get other people to follow them on social media, because like their songs are also not complete. Like they have like they just have a riff and then they staple it to another riff and then they staple it to another riff. Like they're not very linear, they're not very smooth, and like it just feels like what they're doing is going for like catchable segment by catchable segment for their music, which is dumb as hell.
Have you seen that True Bloods band? Mm-mm. It's like a bunch of like 15-year-old kids in a garage, and they just do covers.
That's cool.
It is cool. Like, not trying to hate on these kids at all, but it's so annoying anytime I see one of their videos because you can click into any single one of them, and it has the exact same comments every time. Someone commenting like, "The kids are all right." So like, garage bands still exist. Maybe this next generation will be okay. And their like videos go like bonkers viral just for like covering songs in their garage. But that's actually translated into like actual, like they have like 700,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. Mm-hmm. And
people love when kids play instruments.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, it's interesting. We talk a lot about the social media band landscape on the pod.
It just sucks.
Because it does suck. It's very depressing, but it's also interesting. And yeah, that's my point. I say we just like, I'm going to start posting more consistently and see if it does anything.
I hope it does.
Hope it does.
Fuck. I'll take anything at this point.
For real. All right. Well, let's wrap it up there. Thank you for tuning in to another week of Podcadzo. We love you. Whatever. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
It's Podcadzo.